Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to sew the dress on the thumbnail. Okay, so we are going to do the cutting. So this video is going to be the cutting, and then I'll bring you the sewing later. Okay, so I have two fabric folded into two, one for front, one for back. So this is the front one, this is the back one. So you can see I have zip allowance for both. The front one, the zip allowance is 1 inch, and then the back, the zip allowance is 2 inches. Do you get it? Okay. And so how to get this is your bust divided into 4. So bust 48 divided into 4, and that is going to be 12. So 12, I added 3 inches to 8. So when I place it here, this is 12 plus 3, 1, 2, 3, making 15. Then I added 1 inch for the zip allowance for front and 2 inches for zip allowance for back. Okay, so let's get started. And so I'm going to place this here and mark the back. Now this is shoulder to waist. So shoulder to waist is 17. I added 1 to 8 to make it 18, so it's a bit even above 18, you see. A bit more than 18. So I'll place this here and mark my shoulder. The shoulder we are using is 16 divided by 2, and that's going to be 8. So plus ½ inch for sewing allowance. Yes. So but I'm going to make it 19. So I'll use 17 for the back. I just decided to add ½ inch to it. Okay, from here I'm going to place the armhole. The armhole, we are going to make it 9. That is 18 divided by 2, making 9. So 9 here, and then we'll come here also and place 9 there. So this is it, and I'm going to mark 1 inch here for shoulder slope. Now with the neck width, I'm going to measure 3.5 for the neck width. 3.5 for the neck width. And then when it comes to the front neck, I'm going to measure 8 inches for front. 8 inches, and then with the back I'm just going to measure 2 inches for back neck. 2 inches. So with this I'm going to mark the back neck. So this is the back neck, and this is the front neck. So I'm going to mark the front neck. Then I'm going to do the shoulder slope. I'm going to draw the armhole. So I'll place this one here to draw my armhole. And I'm going to come here and divide this into 2, and that's going to be 4. Then I'm going to mark 0.5 here. So we are going to mark it this way. Okay, so this is it. Now shoulder to bust is 12 inches. That is 11 plus is 12 inches, so I'm going to place it at 12 inches here, and I'm going to mark the bust 48, so that's going to be 12. Okay, plus 1, and then so this is it. This I'm not cutting it, but I'll come to the waist. Here the waist is 40, and that's going to be 10 divided by 4 is going to be 10, and then plus 1 for sewing allowance, and then plus 1 for that, and then plus 2 for extra allowance. Okay, so I'm going to take this curve and then place it at the armhole area, and I'm going to mark it to the waistline. So this is at the end of it. We are going to cut here and cut the back armhole, then we'll cut the shoulder, cut the back neck, then we'll take it off and then cut the front armhole, and then cut the front neck also. So I'm going to cut the back neck first. Then I'll cut the shoulder slope. And I'm going to cut the back armhole. So with the back, I'm going to divide it into 2. That is for the back this thing. Same way with the front, so I'll divide it into 2. The dress is going to have both front and back zip. That is why I added zip allowance to the front one. So I'm going to take the back off. So this is the front part, and I'm going to cut the front armhole. Okay, then I'm going to cut the neck deep, so this is it for the front, but I'm going to divide it into 2. So this is it. I'm just creating a line here. I'm going to put this aside. Now this is for the down part. Do you get it? The down part, the dress, the length is going to be 39. Then 39, I deducted 17 from it. That is shoulder to waist. 17 from it, and that's going to be 22. So 22, I added 1 inch to it for it to be 23. So that is the length. So the length is 23. So I have 23 here. And then the width, just your waist measurement times 4. Sorry, the width, just your waist measurement times 3. So that's how I did it. Waist times 3. So waist 40 times 3. And I use it to cut for this. So this is what you are going to use for the goddess. You can also choose to make it pleats. Just do it the way you want. Okay. Now let's come to the sleeve aspect. The sleeve, the wideness depends on how wide I want the wrist part to be, and I want it to be 30. So 30 divided by 2 is going to be what? 15. So when you fold it into 2, it's 15. So exactly 15 is what I have here. You get it? And my sleeve length is 22. But with this, I wanted the sleeve to be very long, so I made it 24. So the 24, I added 1 inch to it for it to be 25. So this is 25 by 30. Do you get it? So I have for the 2 sleeves, and I'm going to cut the sleeve. Going to add my measurement to it. So from here, I'm going to measure 4 inches, and I'm going to draw to meet this. So I'm going to draw the sleeve to meet, just like the way we draw sleeve. If you don't know how to draw your armhole curve, I have a video there for beginners. You can watch it to know how to go about it. So this is it. This is it. And I'm going to draw another one for front armhole, just like the way I did for the dress. Now I'm using my free hand to do this. You can decide to use you can decide to measure and then calculate and cut. So if you are to measure, you measure the first one you did, you measure everything, then divide it into 2 and then indicate the middle, and then come here like 0.5 and draw it this way through it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at what I have here. That's the front part of it. So this is 13.5. Okay. So this is where 13.5 will be. Okay, so the armhole itself, we need 10 inches. 10 inches plus 1, making 10 inches plus 1, making 11. Yes, 11, because we are going to join it to a dress. That is why we are adding 1 to 8. So the 11 will be here, and then so let's make it 13. Okay, 2 inches is okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick my straight ruler, and then I'm going to come to the edges here and then slant it to this one. So this is how it's going to be. So this is it, you see. Okay, so I'm going to come here this way. Yes, so that the wideness will not be too much for it. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so we are going to cut it now. So I'll just come here, cut the back armhole. Then I'm going to cut this. I'm going to open it into 2 this way. and I'm going to cut this front one off. So let me start it from here. So this is it. So when you put it together, you see this one is high, this one is low. So this is it. This is going to be for front. This one, when you are fixing, is going to go to the back. And so this is it. So let me create a notch here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to place this on a lining and cut lining for all. So this is it for the sleeve. This is for the front parts. This is for the back parts. Yes, and then this is for the down parts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these on a lining and cut lining for all, and then in our next video I'm going to bring you the sewing parts of it. Do you get it? Thank you so much for watching. If you know you have not subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share this video. Bye bye.